What's cracking, everybody, and welcome to episode 109 of the Good Kraken podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Ernell Pearson, alongside the five-swipe man, Devin Stanford. What's happening, babe?
Saw, dude.
To a saw, dude.
It's been a while since we've had a good saw, dude.
we never get good saw dudes anymore.
Saw, dude.
Saw, dude.
We got to bring it back.
Nah, I don't know if we're gonna be able to pull that off.
You gotta be like saw.
Don't
dude.
dab.
Oh,
Don't
God.
dab. No, don't.
Turn off his camera.
Yeah, I know.
Turn off
Show's
his camera.
over. Show's canceled. You know what I mean?
Show's over.
He just starts flossing. He's just like, Jesus Christ,
dude. It's a saw, dude.
Oh, okay. That hurt my brain. That hurt my brain. The man who is not saw doing is our very amazing and wonderful, special, beautiful human being that we have on today. Our man, DJSymphix. Let's go. What's
happening, good cracking people?
Hey, what's
How y'all
poppin',
doing
bro?
today?
What's poppin'? How you doing, dog? How you been? What's new? What's cracking?
Doing great. I've been just chilling, living life, trying to get through school. But yeah, here with these beautiful folk.
Hey,
right here.
You know what I'm saying? So you're in college, you're doing the motherfucking thing, man. Obviously, your brain's like, wild all over the place. We'll be getting into it a little bit later during our interview section, but like, how you doing? How you staying healthy? You staying good? You keeping yourself together? You know what I mean? Like,
I'll keep myself together. Chilling. I'm chilling.
Killing it.
I'm straight chilling.
Killing, baby boy, you killing, dog. DJ, so usually we kind of roll into things and talk, chit chat or whatever. But for anybody who doesn't know you, who are you? Who is DJ? Give us your pronouns, give us what you're about, and then give us your favorite video game of all time.
Oh, okay. So my name is DJSymphix. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I go by him.
Let's go.
I play a lot of FPS games, but I recently just got back on the Twitch streaming, and I like making content. I like making entertaining people, making people laugh.
Hey,
My community, we call it the vibe fire. So think of like, a bonfire on the beach. It's golden hour, sun setting, and we're all chilling, vibing out to music or doing whatever. So I never pressure any of my viewers to chat or stick around. You can just stay as long as you want, for a short time, long time. But you're always welcome, and it's a judgmental free zone. And my favorite video game of all time has to be Tekken 3.
Hey, let's go.
That is my favorite game of all time. You can't beat that game.
God damn.
I think it's one of the greatest.
Fucking classic.
Well, I think you can beat that game. It's called being the best.
Okay.
Which I am not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get him out of here.
I love you, DJ.
End of show. You got 2 ends so far. That down back X circle. I don't know. Were you on PlayStation guy for these early Tekken days?
Yeah, I was a PlayStation household though for the longest time.
Yeah.
I was like, so my mom and dad worked a lot, so I would just like come home from school and just play on like my PlayStation, and then my brother gave me his old PS2 when he moved into college because my brother's like way older than me. So he handed me down the PS2. I had like a whole shelf. It was like this tall, like you can see, like it was like this tall, a shelf full of games, like top to bottom. Of PS2 games, like
go, dude.
And like the PS2 had like there's so many games, like it looked like a Steam library. You know what I mean?
Oh, dog, I'm telling you, dude. Well, and like so, Tekken specifically, like that was the first like Tekken game I got into because I didn't play Tekken 1 or 2 back in the day. So Tekken 3 was like the first thing I got into. But me and my family played the fuck out of that game, and like Jin. Was like my fucking dude.
He's iconic,
dude. Yoshimitsu. Like if you knew how to use him, like
to this day, that is the best design for him.
God damn,
because like he had so many other iterations, but that one is the best design for that.
How'd you feel about them putting him like in Soul Calibur after that? Like you remember when that happened? We were like, yo, what the fuck? Like it was wild.
Oh
dude.
yeah, he was good that. I was like,
Soul Calibur.
He's cool in Soul Calibur though. I think he fits. I think it's really funny he has that crossover.
Oh, it's so cool.
So you're a Tekken guy, obviously, DJ. Yeah. Ernell, what's your favorite fighting game series?
Mortal Kombat was always mine.
I figured. Mine is Soul Calibur.
Yeah. So, I did a little bit of Soul Calibur back in the day because I played Soul Edge when it first came out, like
on the Dreamcast,
way back, way no, on my PlayStation 1. And then like I played the fuck out of that game for a minute. And then Soul Calibur came out. I was like, ooh, this is supposed to be like the follow up to Soul Edge. And my homeboy who I had at the time was like, yo, dude, we gotta check this out. And like got into it, and I was like, this game's fucking hype, dude. Like Soul Calibur is tight back in the day, dude. Like,
and there was a Soul Edge Easter egg in Tekken 3. If you saw, it was on in Paul's stage, like in the back in the graffiti, it said Soul Edge on the
that's sick.
That's so that rips. I didn't even realize that, dude. Okay.
My favorite Soul Calibur was Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube. On the GameCube. That was the best place to play it, was on GameCube back when that came out.
God damn,
that's when they put Link into it.
Oh, that's right, dude. Link has to
because I forgot there was like console exclusive, like
it was honestly
yeah,
probably the coolest fighting game little trope, like multi-platform, is the fact that they were doing console exclusive characters. Like they did Kratos.
Yeah, the Kratos was a dog in MK9. Like,
yeah, they did Spawn.
That was pretty good.
Spawn. Yeah, Soul Calibur 2 had Kratos on PlayStation 2, and it had Spawn on Xbox.
Yeah,
and Link on GameCube.
It was not.
And then Soul Calibur 3, they did Star Wars characters.
Oh yeah,
Yoda,
Xbox got Yoda.
Yeah.
And
Vader.
And PlayStation 3 got Darth Vader. Yeah. But they also put Star Killer.
Star Killer, yeah. I was just about to say Star Killer.
Devin, are you a Maxi main? You come off as a Maxi main.
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Right. I have played with him, but I'm definitely not a Maxi main.
Okay. I was gonna say
I was a Keelik main
I
for
played
a long
Mitsurugi.
time. I was the Keelik guy.
Was that DJ?
I played the generic samurai guy, the Mitsurugi. I think.
Yeah, Mitsurugi.
He's so good, dude.
Yeah, Mitsurugi's really good. No, I was a Keelik guy.
Who do you think was mine? Who do you think was mine?
Huh?
Who do you think was mine? Take a whack at it.
Cervantes.
Ivy.
God damn it, it was Cervantes. Ivy was a second though. Ivy was a second.
Also, I feel
like I look at her now. I'm like, you're an Ivy guy.
Yeah. Ivy was just hard to use. She was hard. Who wouldn't? That combo, dude.
Who wouldn't?
I know.
My second character was Valdo.
Fuck Valdo, dude. Valdo made that toxic.
Yeah, I was really good with Valdo
Devin
too.
would be a Valdo, man.
He's a Valdo guy.
People would be really mad at me as Keelik because I would just juggle people in the air with a staff. You know?
Oh my god.
Morbid. And then they'd be like, play as a different character. So I'd pick Valdo, and they'd be like, okay. And I'm just doing all the weird ground moves.
I fucking hate you so much. Morbid in chat says, now I'm curious, who do you think I mained in Soul Calibur? Morbid, I think you were... he
was a Siegfried guy. He hates everybody.
Right? He used Siegfried. Yeah, totally Siegfried. He said also it was definitely a Tekken player. Ooh, Morbid. Let us know your Tekken main. I want to know that too. That's popping. But you know,
I was not a Tekken player, guys.
You what?
I'm thinking of getting the Jin Kazama tattoo. I want that.
Dude, get the gloves. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I want the gloves, dude. You have no idea. Every time I ask for Christmas to get those gloves.
every goes, Mom, I want to be cool.
Never happened.
Cool. Oh, Morbid said Nightmare.
Of course, I was gonna say Nightmare.
Yeah. It's basically the same. Him and Siegfried are not that fucking different. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, today we're not talking about Soul Calibur. Today we're talking writing of Tsushima, DC's big changes, a good time with a good friend, and much, much more. Because this is the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you want to hear. Live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. If you're on this wave, you can head on over to patreon.com/GoodKraken Show, where you can submit questions and topics of the show, get exclusive post-show content, and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services across the digital sea.
Yarr.
Thank you, Devin. But if you have your pockets for the latest and greatest, that is only... Oh, God, Jesus, I botched that. Greatest in entertainment, that is totally fine. You can watch us record the show live right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you have Amazon Prime, you also have Twitch Prime. DJ can tell you a lot about Twitch Prime, baby. Let's go. And we would love for you to give that to us to help keep us pushing content out for all of you listening or watching at home, or give it to the wonderful DJSymphix right here, right now. You know what I'm saying? Go over to his Twitch channel and just drop that shit. Give him a couple bucks.
Yeah, at the very least, everybody is required to go follow him
Yes,
now.
absolutely. Go. Let's give DJ that shout out.
If you are watching this or listening to this later, go look up DJSymphix. That's DJSYMPHIX. And go follow that motherfucker.
Drop his ass in chat right there. Give him that shout out and say, go fucking follow.
He's got a beautiful smile.
Goddamn, and beautiful everything else. You know what I'm saying? But you can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking that beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching "Good Kraken" with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there.
Review.
Devin.
Ernell.
We have some captain's orders, my friend. Guys, please let us know what kind of merchandise you're wanting from GK. We are right around the corner from starting to get things rolling for getting official Good Kraken merchandise going here. We finally got things ready to go for us to be able to pull that off for you. And the Good Kraken condoms are officially on the way.
Not happening.
No. I was just about to mention condoms.
Damn,
I was just about to mention it.
Listen, I'm like, saying, I've been trying to get this in on Devin, but he's not having it. I was telling him we can get Good Kraken condoms.
We can make more money doing a different item.
Little octopus cusps underneath it, you know, ribbed for her pleasure, like cusped for her pleasure. You know what I'm saying? And they're multi-use. You can use them as a ski cap. You can use it as a swimming cap, a shower cap, even. Should I do it again?
Water balloon.
You know what I mean? It's like, it's like right. You use a sock you put on your foot. They'll be big enough. They'll be big enough. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for following DJ. You're the best. Morbid says, I want the official GK Bad Dragon. Let's go. Fucking go, baby. Mike and Chow, what's cracking, Mike? How you doing today, baby boy? How you doing, baby boy? Dad! What do we have next for the people, my guy?
Well, we are not stretching out an elastic piece of rubber because we are giving you guys the newest of the news. Welcome to the Helm.
Let's fucking go. Devin, my guy, hit him with our first piece of news, my dude. Let's fucking do it.
So this is pretty exciting, y'all. Ghost of Tsushima, Chad Stahelski feature take of Sony PlayStation games sets writer with Takashi Dosher. This is coming from Anthony D'Alessandro over at Deadline. The game from Sucker Punch Productions and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment follows samurai warrior Jin Sakai, the last surviving member of his clan, who must set aside the traditions that have shaped him as a warrior to wage an unconventional war for the freedom of Tsushima. As first told in March 2021, John Wick filmmaker Chad Stahelski has attached to direct. Peter Kang is overseeing the project on behalf of the studio. Stahelski, Alex Young, and Jason Spitz are producing their company 8711 Entertainment. Assad Kizilbash.
Kizilbosh.
I don't know why I saw an A. Anyways,
it's spelled a little weird. It's all right.
Drink more coffee, guys. Yep. And Carter Swan will produce on behalf of PlayStation Productions. Sucker Punch Productions will serve as EPs, executive producers.
Let's fucking go. Morbid says hydrate. We gotta take a drink.
Yep.
Thank you, Morbid. We appreciate you taking care of us. Morbid also said he spits, eh? Very much so. DJ, you are a Ghost of Tsushima guy, yeah?
Yeah, I haven't played it, but I've watched people play it. I've watched extended walkthroughs. I think the game is beautiful.
God damn.
It is. I've been a Sucker Punch fan for a long time. I played the first Infamous games, and I fell in love with them. If Tekken didn't exist, Infamous 2 would probably be right up there.
Oh, okay. I see you. All right.
And also because it's set in New Marais, which is New Orleans, basically, in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So I'm a little bit biased on that, but it's one of my favorite game series. I'm super glad that they made something that's big, because Infamous 1 and 2 were kind of cult classics in a sense. It wasn't that hyped. People weren't really asking for another one. Infamous Second Son was okay, but some people really liked that game. That was their first foray into those types of that series. But Ghost of Tsushima is iconic, came at a time during the pandemic basically, or right before, and everyone's playing it. seen so many people stream that game. Everyone has great it has great public reception. And now that it's getting a film,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
the what is the Chad Stahelski is he still he's still at the he's still directing,
he's
right?
still doing the thing, man. I mean, like, dude,
Okay,
coming from John Wick, like, goddamn, this
yeah,
could potentially be
and
very
like
good.
so and he's a stunt guy because we know that he's a stunt guy. The fight scenes are gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so dope, dude.
So good.
I'm so fucking excited.
Oh my
man.
god! Because the basis is like what was it like the I forget like the Ghost of Tsushima is based off like those old samurai films, right? Like
the game they sort of like had inspiration from old school like samurai
like,
movies from a long time ago. There's actually a mode in the game that allows you to play it to make it look like an old.
I just forgot the director's name, and I'm really I forget what his name is. Fuck. Was it Kurosawa?
Kurosawa, yeah.
Or something like
Kurosawa mode.
Yeah, Kurosawa.
Yep,
so Kurosawa and like with this would mix in with like Stahelski's like genius John Wick. Like I think there's a lot of potential for this movie to just go crazy.
It's gonna.
I wonder.
But with video game movies, we never know.
Yeah.
What's up, Devin?
I wonder if they're gonna do it black and white like the classic Kurosawa movies.
I think they might have a part.
Maybe I'm thinking it's like for the action scenes. You know what I mean? Like it'll switch to black and white. Like
that's cool.
But you just see blood.
Yeah.
You just see blood. It'll be like
But the blood will still be red.
Yes. So like, I think that'd be cool.
Fucking Morbid
that was
dropping
like,
the 1 week lyrics. Like Kurosawa, I make mad films. Okay, I don't make films, but if I did, they'd have a samurai. Classic line. Classic line.
Yeah.
Now, Devin, you were gonna chime in for a second when we first started here. Well, what thoughts do you have on this? Do you have faith that this is gonna be a banger? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do. I still need to
if it fails, it says more about Chad than like anything else. You know what I'm saying? Because it has a great foundation for like what it's trying to build on. Like it's not in like this like mystical fantasy setting or a sci-fi setting where you could have potential to fuck it up. It's really grounded in a sense of reality. Besides the expansion mode with the multiplayer with the Japanese like mythical legends,
right?
But other than that, you can still incorporate that into some way.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Now, Devin, you were saying
I think it would be cool if they did incorporate that a little bit because like just giving a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean, granted, samurai movies
would remind me of what 47 Ronin. It would.
Well, so it could actually fit. I have very fun movie. Not necessarily the best movie ever, but it was
fun. It was a fun.
Yeah, that was a fun movie.
But they have room to do something like that though, because the multiplayer for Ghost of Tsushima, you're basically playing a folklore tale. In the multiplayer, playing as 4 different samurai warriors. And you're doing that because in the story of Ghost of Tsushima, the village people who live in Tsushima, Jin Sakai is saving everybody from the Mongolian attack. And because of such, they're effectively coming up with folklore tales about this Ghost of Tsushima. But come to find out, they don't actually think the Ghost of Tsushima is one person. They think it's 4 spirits that are protecting them. And you're playing as the 4 spirits in the multiplayer, playing out these stories and tales of what happened to the actual story of Ghost of Tsushima. And that's supposed to display like how the village people of the island believe that like it couldn't have been just one guy. He's doing so much. It can't be just one person. And so like you're playing out that tale. So they have room to do something like that and like make that actually fit in the lore of it. But dude, this movie's gonna fucking bop. I'm really excited for this. Like anything Chad Stahelski at this point touches has to be action gold. So like at this point, take my fucking money.
At least it'll be a fun film. If anything, it'll be a fun film.
The very fucking
at the least.
Some other stuff that's not quite as fun though. Devin, hit him with our second story, my dude.
Oh, absolutely. Witcher 3 next gen upgrade delayed again as CDPR takes over development. Amelia Zollner from IGN has this story for us, and part of the delay may have to do with the change of the developer. Previously, the update was being developed externally by Saber Interactive, but CD Projekt Red has elected to bring the remainder of the game's development in-house. quote, "We have decided to have our in-house development team conduct the remaining work on the next-gen version of The Witcher 3, The Wild Hunt." A recent tweet on The Witcher's account reads, "We are currently evaluating the scope of work to be done and thus have to postpone Q2 release until further notice. We'll update you as soon as we can. Thank you for your understanding."
God damn it, man.
It's okay. Like,
I know,
it's okay. I still have so many other games I have to finish before I even like restart that game, and
Yeah.
that game is a massive undertaking in itself. If it needs more time, that's fine. That's fine. I need to beat, Dying Light 2. I need to beat Cyberpunk, which is really good now. Like, really good, actually. Like, how it should have been released. Yeah. I'm having a great time playing that game.
It's just a bummer for me because, like, I read all the books and I was hoping to go into this thing where, like, I would read all the books, and then because the games pick up right after the books, I'd be able to read the stories and then start playing Witcher 1 and then play Witcher 2. And by the time the next gen upgrade for The Witcher 3 comes out, I can start The Witcher 3. And then basically my game plan was to start doing, like, every other day do a stream of me playing, like, a quest on The Witcher 3 or whatever, and kind of, like, do, like, a part-time thing as like Witcher. I thought it was a fucking good idea, but now I might have to just do that with the regular Witcher 3 game, and that's fine. I don't necessarily have any issues with that. But at the same time, I'm like, man, like I kind of like wanted to play this fucking next gen upgrade because I like I mentioned to you before, Devin. I put like 113 hours into The Witcher 3 and still never like even got halfway through that game. Like, there's so much to fucking do that game, and I would love to have an excuse to go back and finally finish it.
Yeah, just wait till that next gen update comes out. I mean, we have Destiny to play.
We do. I do have weeklies on Destiny I have to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Not only that, like we gotta get you raid ready. We gotta start going through some dungeons.
I'm almost there.
I know.
I'm right
we
there.
gotta start getting you through some dungeons. We gotta get you Gallahorn.
Goddamn, you know what I'm saying? I'm right around the corner.
Yeah.
Right around the corner. DJ, are you looking forward to a Witcher thing? I don't know if you're quite a big open world RPG kind of guy, but like
I do enjoy open world RPGs. I enjoy role playing games in general. I haven't found the one that's like really like for the longest time I haven't found the one that has a good balance of
because everyone
like,
has the
action.
one that they're in love with, right? Like the one.
Yeah,
that
and
like,
that one is Elden Ring at the moment.
Elden
Ring has to be my favorite because like I've been looking for a game like that for a long time. It has the role playing elements, it has the leveling, but it also has great combat to like supplement it as well. Because like most of the time it's like either or with like RPGs for me,
right?
In my opinion, like I love Fallout New Vegas. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
Fallout's a good franchise, my guy.
Combat is kind of garbage, but the role playing aspect and like building your character how you want to be and like the storytelling, dialogue, that is perfect to me. But the combat, of course, is lacking.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't been a big Witcher guy. I was kind of hoping like they would make a new one so I can like maybe hop into that one. But like it's a next gen up. If it's the same Witcher 3, then I know that I'll probably never finish a Witcher game ever. Like I don't think it's in my mental capacity to, because I've played a good chunk of Witcher 3, and I don't even know how far I got through it because there's just so much to do.
There's a lot.
I don't even know how to measure my progress really compared to everyone else.
Yeah. It's a surprisingly in-depth
it's a great game, and I've seen like cool ways like the combat's great. I'm kind of upset that I'm just playing just through Geralt. I wish I could like if Witcher had like, or like if it was a character customization or something. Like I can make
we could get that in the next thing.
Witcher. We could. That's what I'm saying. Like maybe make my own Witcher or something. Make my own Geralt.
That would fucking go off, dude. That would go off so hard.
Like speaking of that, it's like I want to play The Witcher, next gen upgrade, but we also have Starfield coming out this year.
Oh god damn it! I know you're right.
So much shit going on.
Yeah, we know there's a Knights of the Old Republic remake happening right now.
Oh my god, stop!
I know.
We know Final Fantasy 16 is coming out.
God damn it! God damn it!
We have
so many RPGs, man.
Forspoken.
I mean, thankfully that's gonna be more like an action game, but still.
But still, it's gonna be an action RPG. It's going to be. It's a Square Enix game.
Yeah, let's go. Surreal is saying DJ looking fine. Let's go, DJ. Let's go, DJ looking like a snack out here. Now, speaking of open world stuff, though, Devin, we got a big old open world thing potentially coming out here pretty soon. Hit them with it.
Yeah. Hello Games says new project is so ambitious it would seem impossible even with a 1,000 person team. This is coming from Ryan Dinsdale over at IGN. Speaking to IGN, studio co-founder and managing director Sean Murray said that while it's not a sequel to No Man's Sky, the new game is just as ambitious. So it's not going to come out with any of its content at release. He said, quote, "For a while now, we've been working on something pretty ambitious in the background. It's a small team, but we like it that way. Similar to No Man's Sky, yikes, it's the kind of project that even if we had 1,000 people working on it, it still seem impossible," end quote.
Jesus Christ.
The game was in very early development as of September last year, but Murray reassured that while No Man's Sky is still receiving regular updates and isn't finished by a long shot, the two games aren't impacting each other's development.
Here we go again, boys.
So this is all I got to say.
Okay.
I'll believe it when I see it. That's it.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Like actually see the release product. I know No Man's Sky is good right now, but it took 3 years to get that way from release.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So I'll wait till it's out and I can see what content is there before I make any decisions.
Dude, I bought No Man's Sky day one. Opening night, I got that fucking game. Played it for 4 hours, and I was like, this is Minecraft in space. And nothing was functioning correctly. I played it for another 15 hours after that. I got to a few other planets or whatever, and there was some goofy shit. But the game was so just not what they promised. And then come to find out, because they were talking about how you have a 1/1,000,000th of a chance to run into somebody else because even though the game's online, there's so many planets that there's just no way that you're gonna run into anyone else, right? And it's oh my god, they're so fucking cool. What if one day I do run into somebody and we can make a base together? Come to find out, they never actually intended on multiplayer coming out day one. So they were only saying that because they're trying to save face the fact that it doesn't actually have online. Didn't have an online feature day one. So then it goes into the lawsuits that they got for false advertisement and a bunch of people fucking suing them for it. And then they're like, okay, maybe we gotta fucking fix this up, right? I don't know if I fucking trust these guys at this point. It took them years to get the game to where it's at now. I can't trust these dudes.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the last line, how the two games aren't affecting each other's development. I call bullshit on that. They have to be. Yeah. If the headline says freaking even a 1,000 person team can make this next ambitious project. There's no way it's not affecting each other's development. There's no way.
Right. Even if they have a skeleton team, it's still there's if it's that ambitious,
there's no way.
Yeah, no, dude, no. So, anyways, Devin, I agree. I'll believe it when I see it. I guess we'll we'll take things from there. I guess when the time finally comes. But in the meantime, though, Bandai Namco appears to be making an HD remaster of a Nintendo game. This comes from Chris Scullion over at Video Games Chronicle, and he says this: the listings, which appear on Bandai Namco's Japanese recruitment page, suggest that Nintendo has commissioned the company to give a modern upgrade to one of its older polygonal titles. A third listing refers to a quote 3D action game background HD remaster role described as a quote-unquote visual artist position for a 3D action game project commissioned by Nintendo, specializing in quote-unquote HD remastering of 3D backgrounds. Among the duties listed in this HD remaster role are the quote-unquote remastering of deformed 3D backgrounds, the quote-unquote porting of existing 3D background data, and the quote-unquote incorporation of data into in-house game engines. These duties suggest that the successful candidate will be responsible for handling 3D background assets that had already been created for a game released on a previous Nintendo system and remastering them for upcoming Switch games. Devin, put on that tinfoil hat I know you love to wear, baby. What game do you think this is going to be?
Well, I'm actually like looking through like games that Bandai Namco has released through Nintendo.
Name some off for the people at home.
Like they did all the Dragon Ball games, like Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Z Budokai and all that stuff.
We're thinking older than that, right? So it's polygonal titles. Give us some of these polygonal games. You know what I'm saying?
I'm trying to find. They release so many games. They do like every anime video game.
Bandai Namco old school games. Let's take a look at that. You know what I'm saying? Let's take a look at that. Let's see here.
They did Pac-Man.
They did do Pac-Man. You're right. Surreal. What the fuck is polygamy? That's not what. That's not okay.
Polygonal.
Polygonal. That means they're like blocky shaped character art.
Yo.
Yeah.
They did do the Digimon games.
They did do the Digimon games. That is correct. Because even Morbid says not Digimon World Remastered. They're cooking Surreal in chat now.
Polygamy gaming.
Yeah, polygamy gaming. Yeah, I love it. That's my.
Oh shit!
That's the new word for co-op.
Did you guys know that Nintendo owns
polygamy gaming?
Nintendo owns 3.8 million shares of Bandai Namco.
Oh, that's not surprising, I guess. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Surreal says phone corrected
shares.
It's the Nintendo owns the equivalent to $186 million of Bandai Namco.
Okay. I see you.
That's a lot of.
So we have
that's a lot of
things.
dollars.
We have things like Mobile Suit Gundam, Ace Combat, Naruto, Pac-Man World, Tales of the Abyss, Gunpei, Hack or Dot Hack. They did Digimon World, Dragon Ball Z. So it's like there's a lot of Tamagotchi. They did Tamagotchi Connection Corner Shop. They did that. That would be fun coming from that.
They did the Tales of series.
They had Dynasty Warriors. That's not quite polygonal though. You know what I'm saying? That's not quite
Tekken.
Polygamy.
Tekken.
They did do Tekken. Yeah. Digimon World, Dawn Dusk. So they've done a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff.
Katamari.
Tales of Vesperia, that wasn't quite polygonal. I mean, like we got to think like older school than that. You know what I'm saying? Because like the first one they have listed.
I mean, Tales of Vesperia is 14 years old.
Well, this is an HD remaster, so it can't be like too.
Yeah, and it's 3D modeling.
Right.
Yeah,
so
it has 3D stuff on it.
Maybe.
Thinking like late 90s stuff.
Not Naruto
You know what I mean?
Ultimate Ninja. They're gonna do Naruto Ultimate Ninja. You know what I'm saying? Like it's funny to think about. But I mean, again, like we'll see it when we see it. Like it's a cool thing that they're doing, and like things like this. Obviously, there's a big fan base for Bandai Namco games. So like this is for some people. I'm wondering because it's an HD remaster of an old polygonal game. I wonder like what the fuck they're thinking that because Bandai Namco's kind of went in this direction.
Well, it's a Switch game, right? They're putting it on the Switch.
I'm almost thinking Digimon.
I mean, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? I love me
because they
Digimon,
did just come out, or they're coming out with a brand new Digimon game, anyways.
Right.
So like it's just kind of like
Could be a thing.
with
Fortnite.
Like get out of here.
I mean, Morbid says Digimon has a game in the works currently. They do. I'm very excited for it. It's not quite the Digimon game that I'm wanting it to be, but I mean, that could solidify a thing where they're wanting to port something to Switch to help move towards, a Digimon like IP carriage, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, who knows? It could be a thing. But like I said,
maybe it's Fast and the Furious Crossroads because it looked so bad the first time it came out.
Shut the fuck up. Anyway, some other stuff that we will actually potentially be seeing kind of soon. Warner Brothers Discovery, exploring overhaul of the DC entertainment. This comes from Brent Lang over at Variety. The move would potentially affect DC feature film development in the Warner Brothers Pictures Group, streaming series at Warner Brothers Television, and the creative arm within DC proper, all in an effort to have the disparate elements more closely aligned in order to maximize the value of the superhero stable, one often seen as punching up against Marvel. Insiders say that David Zaslav, we'll just go with Zaslav, the CEO of the combined companies, believes that the success of the merger, one that has left the company highly leveraged, will rest in no small part on unlocking the full potential of the DC Comics universe of characters. So basically what happened is we had a Warner Brothers and Discovery merger, and they're now talking about trying to get their own Kevin Feige for the DCEU. And on top of that, they're talking about completely wiping the slate clean and then starting over with the DCEU based off of things like Joker and the Batman. DJ, I don't know if you're a DC guy. I don't know if you're a superhero movie guy crazily. You know what I'm saying? I know here, absolutely fucking are. Where do you is this needed? Do they need to do this to save the DCEU?
Yes, I agree with this move. I think even though I'm not too deep into like superhero movies, like I like to watch the Marvel movies like everyone else does.
Yep, of course. Like a normal human being, right?
That has also piqued my curiosity in learning about more of these characters that are in these universes. I've never felt that way about DC. I've never Batman's cool. I know Batman. That's a superhero, right?
Yeah.
He's a vigilante, actually.
Oh, okay. All right, my fault.
He's a cop with a cape.
I actually watched like the old like animated like Justice League shows. I had like a DVD. I would watch.
So good.
They had a movie. It's
so good.
And I really enjoyed those. I think they really need to like just wipe the slate clean, like start over. They desperately need it, like Surreal says.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
I think if they could turn this shit around, dude, then we'd have some like either way, us as the consumer just wins. You know, we got one side is Marvel making good movies, besides Morbius. and then
Marvel
DC
doesn't
back
make
on
those
the rise.
movies. That's Sony. That's Sony.
Well, Marvel still has a couple of like producers and stuff,
but it's
that are
under
part of
Marvel's belt. Okay,
it's just not Kevin
it's still
Feige.
A loss to them.
You know what I mean, like,
it's still under their belt. It's still their loss. Okay,
yeah.
I'll still give the
but
L
it's
to
a
them.
Sony Pictures production.
Who gives
that Marvel okays?
That
You know what I
Marvel
mean? Like-
said, "Yep, go ahead, brother."
Marvel okays it
because
but
they have
Sony
to.
owns
because they have
Sony
to.
owns
Yeah.
the IP.
Could you imagine being like one
Notice
of
that
the
these
terrible
movies,
one of the
didn't
reps for
start-
Marvel, and they're sitting in the movie and they're like,
Yeah.
"Are you fucking kidding
I
me?"
could've
Like,
made this better.
Yeah, oh yeah,
I have to
Kevin
okay
Feige
this shit.
does it every time. I think he does it every
dude.
time.
God damn
Well,
it, man.
Notice these shitty like Sony Picture Marvel movies didn't start coming out until after we got Tom Holland in the MCU.
Goddamn, right?
You notice that?
Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
goddamn.
like I'm not even stoked for Kraven the Hunter. I already know they're gonna fuck something up with Madam Web because they fucked up Venom and Carnage. Like if you're fucking up Carnage like that, you're gonna fuck up Madam Web. I'm sorry.
Goddamn, man.
Yeah.
Goddamn. Let there be carnage. Surreal says they need to stop acting like Marvel and make actual good movies. I mean, like the tough thing about it is that when DC bops, they bop. Like it's a fucking slap of a movie.
Yeah,
but it's so few and far between that like it's hard to have faith that it's going to be good when we have things like Batman versus Superman, right? Which I firmly believe is a very, very good movie. But just like Fortnite top 10 movie of all time, Batman versus Superman. It's wild. But they like it's hard to have faith when they have so much terrible bullshit over there that's keeping them from being where Marvel is at. They absolutely fucking need this. I definitely agree. Guys, we have something very special for you guys at home. We got some breaking fucking news. Let's go. Breaking news, guys. Demon Slayer Season 3 gets a new official trailer. Guys, today we are going to be reacting to this trailer with all of y'all right now. Let's fucking do... Oh, wait. Whoa. Why'd that happen? Oh, that was the wrong thing. Here. Let's go to the other one, not the shipwreck one. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and full screen this bad boy here. Guys, let's watch official trailer for season 3 Demon Slayer. Are you guys ready? Are you guys fucking ready?
I'm ready.
I'm ready as a steady boat. You know what I'm saying?
Do it. Oh. Fucking go. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, dog.
My goodness.
DJ, listen, I'm telling you, dog, that last arc they did blew my fucking mind. I'm telling you.
That's why I keep hearing it, man.
Oh, my dude, I'm telling you,
I am so stoked.
Like Devin said, I came to the show real fucking late, but when I watched that last season, there's the last 2 episodes are some of the best fucking anime to have ever come out ever. I'm telling you, dog. Like, you need to watch the show, DJ.
The fight scenes are incredible.
That's what, dude. That's what I hear.
Guys,
yeah. Now that you saw like clips of some of the fight scenes, does it make you want?
Yeah,
it
looks sick.
It looks sick.
It looks sick.
You better let us know when you do. You hit us up on Discord. Like, hey, boys, that Demon Slayer though. Let's go.
I need to get through. Let me get through the first season. I'll let you guys.
Dude, do we need to do Discord Demon Slayer watch parties?
I mean, like, I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm saying, like,
I gotta get through the ultimatum first, but like,
shut up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to move into our next one, but before we do, I want to remind everybody that they can support us over on patreon.com/goodkraken show, where they can get early access on this episode before it goes public. They can write on the show, and they get this episode ad free. But if they're hearing this, they're not on our Patreon. So for now, have a word from our sponsors.
This piece of good Kraken content is brought to you by Glide mousepads. The world is changing and the demand for PC gaming and work from home setups has never been as wild as it is right now. Having the best of the best in PC accessories only makes it easier to get your work done before you jump right back into the fray of the digital sea. And Glide knows exactly how to make that happen for you. Glide Mousepads is the future industry leader in mousepads, offering beautiful, smooth, waterproof products made with eco-friendly materials and non-slip rubber in a variety of sizes that are guaranteed to help you get that next win. Now, if you're like me and you spend a lot of time in your command center, whether it's streaming, editing, or designing, you need a quality mousepad that can keep up with that constant grind. You can go to glidemousepads.com right now and use code KRAKEN for 15% off the Founders Edition mousepad in every size available. Again, that's code KRAKEN, KRAKEN, for 15% off any Founders Edition mousepad today.
Our next sponsor is Rogue Energy. Late nights are pretty much commonplace for us content creators, and any of us here at GK can attest that sometimes you're just too damn tired to even think about how not to be tired any longer. Lucky for us, though, Rogue has figured out how to give those late nights and even earlier mornings the supercharge that we all need. Rogue Energy is a low-calorie, no-sugar energy formula that is the perfect alternative to sugar-filled canned energy drinks and sodas. Every formula Rogue Energy produces is designed with optimal levels of high-quality ingredients and no chalky textures. Being the only gaming drink company in the world with 4 unique product lines to suit your task at hand, Rogue Energy strives to improve the in-game performance of gamers, streamers, and content creators around the globe. Check it. We have been drinking the ever-living crap out of this stuff. If I'll be completely honest with you, me, Devin, Garrick, Xander, Raven, Genesee, all of us here at GK absolutely adore this drink. It helps us in the mornings, helps us in the evenings. You guys know how it is. We've been going on about this forever, and it is no exception now. It's still taking care of us to this day. You can head on over to rogueenergy.com and use code GKRAKEN for 10% off your purchase of any shaker or formula tub of your choosing. That's GKRAKEN for 10% off any shaker or formula tub that you'd like. Now, back to the show. Welcome back, everybody. We're right back. You know what I'm saying? We're fucking doing it, dog. DJ, man, how you doing, dog? You feeling good? You feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Happy to be here. It's ecstatic, jubilant.
Indubitably wonderful.
Indubitably.
That's what it is. Devin, tell the people at home what we're hitting them with next, my dude.
Well, now it's time to protect your neck.
Are we protecting our neck yet? Is that...
No, we're not.
We're
because
protecting
it's
the
hands
leg.
on deck.
Protecting the leg first.
You gotta watch out for the ropes. The mask.
Hands.
Still gotta protect your neck, you know. So.
We're not protecting the neck yet. We are doing it for the kids, though. We gotta do it for the kids with hands on deck. That's what we're doing. Devin, what is hands on deck?
So we all pick one movie or game and tell you guys about it that we partaked in the last week. So, yeah.
And Devin watching nothing but hentai. It's great. DJ, let's start with you, my guy. You are our guest for the day. What have you been playing or watching this week?
I know it says one game movie, but I've told you guys I've been watching this one show.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it.
That count? All right. So I've been watching for a long time. I've been a basketball fan. Not so much so recently. I've always liked playing basketball. But I've always heard of this anime, Kuroko no Basket, or Kuroko's Basketball. You can find it on Netflix right now.
Hey, let's go.
It is a anime about basketball, specifically high school, Japanese high school basketball. And basically, as a basketball fan, like I was surprised that I haven't watched this anime sooner. It is very interesting. And it explains basketball in a way that's interesting. Like, even if you don't know about basketball, you'll be invested in the story and how it plays out between these characters. So basically, the main character, it comes from this like stacked middle school group basketball team, right? The Takeo Middle School, and they're legendary. Like these 5 kids. Or 6, these 6 kids are like legendary, right? Or 5 of them are legendary. They're called they call them the generation of miracles because they're that good. And so they're coming into their first year of high school, and one of our main protags, Kuroko, the show's name after, he's the Phantom Sixth Man because he uses like misdirection and like his lack of presence to help his team win, and it's super cool. So like it just you translate the title to English, it's like the way Kuroko plays basketball. So like the whole show is like figuring out like his style of basketball and how he's gonna beat his former teammates, his former middle school teammates, through these like big high school basketball tournaments. And I akin it to what people say about Demon Slayer and how like there's these cool like art and shit like that, you know, like these cool like abilities, but like really they're just sword fighting like in reality, but the effects are just added to you know make it look cooler and stuff like that. I think it's really interesting the way the characters develop, and like you all feel for each character by the end of the show. It runs for 3 seasons, but it's all like a very short time span between each other. There's some episodes where it goes like it's like a flashback, a few episodes like kind of filler, but like it still explains like their the middle school teammates like chemistry, how they like came together and how they fell apart.
Right. Okay.
I really enjoy this show. I think it's an entertaining watch. Even if you don't like basketball, I think it's, even if you don't know anything about basketball, they explain it to you like when it's fouled and like the basket counts, like they'll explain it's like some person in the crowd will be like, oh, he just fouled, like they get to shoot an extra free throw, you know what I mean? So
right.
And it's not like and you would look at this and you would like, some people would think it's like Haikyuu where it's like fan service, but there's like absolutely no fan service.
Okay.
In this. So like it's just basketball, it's just story. There's not too much fan service unless you find those characters like attractive, which, you know, I don't blame you. But yeah.
I mean, the art style in this is super classic.
Yeah.
Very classic, but they're also doing some things that are super smooth. And like I can appreciate that for this. And just like Surreal is saying like sports animes are a lot of fun typically. So I'm definitely down to check this out at some point. Like this is rad looking.
Yeah, I would suggest giving it a try because it is really cool and it's funny as well. There's one clip of so one of the main pro tags, he is coming into this high school with Kuroko, and they're like a dynamic duo. And like he's the tall one. He's the tall one with the red hair we saw in that trailer you showed.
Sure.
And he comes from going to school in America, but he's Japanese, but he goes to school in America and he's coming back to Japan for his high school to play ball.
Oh, so
And
he's
so
like yeah, okay,
sometimes he
okay.
says lines in English, and there's this one episode where they have to go like they're the first years, so like the seniors, the upperclassmen are trying to make them go to get like the sandwich from lunch. And then he tries to there's this huge crowd around the stand where you get the sandwich. And then he tries to push through and he gets pushed back and he said, "This is a Japanese lunchtime rush." And then he screams that. It is the funniest thing. I had to pause and I was standing there rolling, just like laughing my ass off. It's great.
That sounds fucking rad, dude. I'm here for that. I was telling Devin I'm trying to work my way back into casually like watching more anime, and a lot of that's been kind of my journey of going through like the bigger ones, but small ones like this that are like not quite as popular than others are like such a good catch majority of the time. Like Devin had me sold on what's that one anime, Devin? The Greek god one.
The Blood of Zeus.
Blood of Zeus. Yeah, that thing was a fucking banger coming from some art styles like Castlevania. I mean, Netflix's Castlevania show. That show was a fucking bop too. Dude, I'm sold. I like the look of this. There's not a lot of sports animes, but when they do happen, they're fucking
Yeah, I think this
slaps,
is the one where it's like one of the ones where it's like, yes, this goes up there with the other anime.
Fuck yeah, man. Devin, what have you been playing or watching this week?
So I actually started revisiting an anime that I finished like almost
a lot
a
of
year
anime
ago.
going on over here. Okay.
Yeah. There's this anime. It's adapted from webtoons. It's called Tower of God. You can watch it on Crunchyroll or HBO Max.
Okay.
And this show is fucking wild. So in this show, the main like synopsis is like there's people that are chosen from all these different like universes and planets and stuff like that, and they have to fight their way to the top, like kind of like Yu Yu Hakusho style, where they fight each other to advance, within this realm. And when they get to the top of the tower, they get to make whatever wish they want, and it becomes reality.
Oh,
whatever.
Okay.
Yeah, and there's all
and they know
these
that
crazy
they,
different.
They know that that's the reward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And there's all these crazy different like weaponry. It's got an old school anime style. Like it looks like it's out of a manga.
Yeah, it looks like sketched. It's weird.
Yeah,
but
it's really cool.
But the style's like almost
school.
Digimon though. Like outside the line. It's cool. Yeah.
And there's always a character that has white hair that just kills it.
Of course. They're like,
yeah. But the weaponry in this show is so cool. The character designs, the powers, like there's all these different races, and it's just awesome. There's obviously like a love interest story going on too in the background. And a lot of people are power hungry, and there's all these crazy different twists because there's like an organization that runs it, and everybody's got their own like their own goals, their own plans. Every single person, everybody's backstabbing each other left and right too.
Right. Oh Jesus, dude. So they have the greatest anime betrayals of all time format going on.
I don't know. There's some other animes that have some wild betrayals, but that's what I've been watching. I'm only on the 3rd episode. Again, and I'm rewatching it because I reminded myself of it, and I'm eagerly awaiting for season 2 to come out.
God damn. Okay. Dude, I'm here for it. The concept sounds dope. So you said that the combat, like the action in it, is like pretty like high.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember how many of them there are, but there are sacred swords in this too that all have their own unique powers.
That sounds fucking
and
cool,
random characters have them in the show, and some of them have these swords and they're people that shouldn't have these swords because they have to be picked because there's like angels involved as well.
Oh, okay, that sounds fucking like cool,
Yeah.
dude.
Dope.
That sounds so dope.
Yeah.
Are they like
Yeah.
biblically accurate angels? They're like eyes. Like
No,
angels.
no.
No. Fear not.
8,000 eyes. And fucking,
But I have another
spinning
like
clocks.
there, as you saw in the trailer, there are creatures in it, so you might see some shit.
Dude,
you know what I'm
that would
saying?
be fucking dope. That sounds dope, dude. I'm down for that.
But yeah, it's a great anime. I'll get back to you guys on another one here on Tuesday. I got another one to check out. It's kind of like on the same spectrum, but it's original. Just as a little tease, it's from the same creators as Death Note.
Oh shit. Okay, I can't wait to hear about that. That's gonna be
I'll tell you
fun.
guys
That's
about
gonna be
that
fun,
later.
dude.
But yeah,
So
check out Tower of God, please do it.
Oh, dude. I've been making my way through some sleeper movies that like go back and watch some great movies that I just never really got a chance to go after. And one that I finally shot into was a very special movie from one Christopher Nolan, who brought us the Nolan horn for our breaking news, called Dunkirk. And this movie is
I watched this the other day too.
fucking sweet nasty, dude. I don't know how the fuck I slept on this movie for so long, but this movie is insane. So I have a sweet spot in my heart for war movies, and this one tickles every little fancy that I have for those, with all the wonderful storytelling that Nolan does. So this movie specifically is about 1940 Germany attacking the UK, attacking France and England and all those other countries over there. And this specific story is about the English and the French trying to evacuate on Dunkirk beach while all this attack stuff is happening to them. And the way they play this story out is so fascinating because it focuses sort of on these two French kids that are just trying to get out. They're just trying to fucking escape. And everyone around them is so disheartened by what's going on that they're sort of falling into like situation after situation after situation of them just not being able to just be safe. They're just trying to find safety, and everywhere they go, things are getting destroyed and fucked up. But they also have some other characters that they sort of like slightly focus on, like an airplane pilot that's currently from England who's trying to fight German airplanes. Is played by Tom Hardy. And the scenes that they have of him doing this aerial combat are so cool because like they use it as sort of like an excess storytelling to show you a different like almost literal bird's eye view of what is happening. But the real cool thing about this that makes it very Nolan are these multiple timelines that are not linear with each other. They're sort of all in different gaps. So like Tom Hardy being in the airplane is like a day behind, while the story of the two boys trying to escape the beach are like our current timeline. And then there's another story about these guys in a boat, because at the time England had requested a bunch of fishermen to come and help them evacuate people from the beach. So you have this other timeline with the people on the boat who are a little bit more forward in the timeline, and you're getting their story of them trying to come and rescue the English when realistically they have no business being a part of this war whatsoever. And they end up actually finding a pilot who was there with Tom Hardy, whose plane crashed in the sea, and they go to save him, and he's like shell-shocked from what had happened. So you're getting a bunch of different just like really, really good character stories amongst this movie. Personally, I'm not quite as in love with it as I was with 1917, because that movie is just is fucking amazing. But this movie was still a lot of fun. It was super interesting if you're into war movies the way that I am. They did a very, very good job on it. I could not recommend it enough. But if you haven't seen 1917, watch that first, because that movie is fucking gold, dude.
I need to watch that. After watching Dunkirk, I watched Dunkirk 2 weeks ago actually.
Hey, let's go. How'd you like it? Did you like it?
I liked it. I yeah, the things you were describing, I was like, yeah, I remember that. Like that's freaking the way, because like I was confused at first with like I was like, oh wait, it's different times. I was like, what's going on? Like it's hard to follow at first, but then when I got it. I was like, oh okay, that's really cool.
And they do a good job of sort of like leading you into it. Like they don't express it enough at first because you think it's like at the same time, but then you start noticing some of the pieces aren't falling together right, and then you're like, oh whoa, that's fucking weird, and then it all comes together near the end. You're like, oh, that's so fucking cool, dude. Like Nolan's creative as fuck, man. He's creative.
You remember that cool line like when they just got into the boat, the two soldiers, kids basically. They just got another guy to get into the boat. They're like passing out like toast and like tea and whatnot.
Right.
And then the guy walks up to one of the main protagonists. He's like, "What's wrong with your friend?" He's like, "He's just looking for exits."
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I was like, oh shit.
There's so many just like disheartening moments in war movies like this that just make it slap even harder, dude. Devin, I don't know if you're into war movies at all yourself, but like,
I love war movies.
Have you seen Dunkirk?
No, I haven't. Or 1917, which is kind of funny.
You need to see. Oh, dude, 1917, fucking.
But
it's so
I do
good,
like
dude.
war movies, like a lot actually.
So 1917 is a single pan shot. So the entire movie feels like it's one scene following the guy. And it is, oh, dude, that movie has you sitting on the edge of your fucking seat, man. Dunkirk's just a very good, like, Nolan take on a war movie. And so absolutely, like, definitely watch those, dude. Definitely watch those. Now, Devin, I think we can move into the good old juicy stuff here, my guy. Well, what do we do?
We're still protecting that neck, and
indubitably,
we're still protecting that. Indubitably, yes, of course.
Yes, of course.
Because fucking DJ's up on the gallows today. That's right. Yeah, that's right. DJSymphix, what do you have to say for your crimes? I'm kidding.
Yeah. Where were you on the night of June 9th? 1943.
Eating my meat.
At home, you say. What were you doing at home? Killing your husband! A confession, eh?
Take him away. What are these accusations?
You know what I'm saying? Guys, today we're talking all the things DJ motherfucking Symphix out here, our wonderful and esteemed guest that we have hanging out with us today. Let's dig into the juicy stuff. DJ, are you ready for some fucking slanging questions, my dude? We're gonna talk.
Yeah, dude, slang those questions onto my back.
Let's talk to you, baby.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So, first off, DJ, let's ask you the core question we gotta ask everybody that comes in here. You stream. You're a content creator.
Yes.
You do the motherfucking thing, my guy. What got you into streaming and content creation in the first place?
Okay, so it starts way back in like high school, where like
way back in 1817. Yeah.
Once
1845.
once my balls dropped.
Yeah.
Basically,
back in 1444. Yeah.
Everyone has always said like I have a voice for radio and like entertainment. And so, I took up, theater, and I liked acting, I liked performing. And like in high school, I was playing games at the time. I was playing CS:GO, I was playing and then the new thing came around the block, Rainbow Six Siege. I had to, I had to play it. I was in love with the game. And so, I never really watched Twitch. I never really like watched streamers like that. I would watch like, an occasional like live stream fails like on YouTube, but I never watched anyone live stream. So I was like, I want to get better at the game and I want to watch someone play the game. So I was like, all right, let me look through Rainbow Six category. And so I scroll down and I see a guy and I click on his stream and I'm like, this guy is Asian. And I find out he's Vietnamese. I'm like, I'm Vietnamese. And so like he had like 50 viewers and I start chatting and then I was like, oh, like I'm starting to get it. Like the interaction and the stuff like that was so cool to me.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And like, I got into his community and then like got through his Discord and like started meeting new people and I was like, maybe I should give like streaming a shot. You know what I mean? I tried before, but I didn't have the rig to do it. And so like, I made it a point since like I just got to college. This is like when I'm just about to get to college. And I was like, I'm going to get the refund check I got from my school. I'm going to buy a new PC, buy like, the microphone and camera and all that stuff. And, I met, and through that guy, his name is Don Tran. He doesn't stream anymore. Through that guy, he was a part of Virus at the time. He was a Virus partner at the time, and that through him I met Sledge, and I started hanging out in his community. And I asked him like, "Yo, like, should I like start streaming? Should I go for it?" He's like, "Yeah, dude, just go for it." He had my full support, and like, his community like came to my streams, and like that's how I started getting the ball rolling. I was like just playing Rainbow Six Siege, no camera. I think like one of my
Hey,
I
let's
think
go.
one of my most viewed clips on my Twitch channel is like one of my first clips ever. Or yeah, like one of my first clips ever. You see, like, I have no camera. I was just streaming Rainbow Six Siege. I get like a 3-piece with a suppressed shotgun.
Hey,
And
okay, Jesus.
you'll hear like I was like, let's fucking clip it, and I clap, and you hear like the mic peak from the thunder clap that I just did right in front of it. And so um and yeah, and this was like the start of 2020, I
Oh
believe.
shit! So 2 years now,
Yeah.
almost,
Yeah, it's been
right?
2 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
It's been 2 years.
That's a good run, dog. That Jesus Christ,
Mhm.
that's fucking flavorlicious. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? 2 years is a long time, dude. That's a long time to be doing the
Mhm.
fucking thing, man. You're doing a fucking great job at it. You're doing
Yeah, thanks, man.
phenomenal.
I
Like
appreciate it.
we've been watching some moves you make, and I know like we've been kicking it a little bit for a while now, and like
Mhm.
you're doing the fucking thing, dude. Do you
I
plan
just
on
met these
getting?
guys yesterday, by the way. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, no. Well, we've never seen you before.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brand new here. You know what I'm saying? Devin, hit the boy with a question. You got
Yeah,
one for him? Go ahead, go for it, dude.
So like,
Yeah.
I mean, you've been the homie, and like
Yeah.
you kind of like you omit this like vibe where like it, at least in my experience, it's like everybody likes you in our community, which is awesome because
Mhm.
like you're funny, you bring like a safe aura to the chat
Mhm.
all the time, you know. But
Yeah.
like, are there times that you've had like any trolls or assholes in your streams like come into your spaces or anything that you've
Yeah,
ever had to
I
deal with?
do. Yeah, I do. It's like sometimes like people will come in like after like I play them like of course I play a lot of online FPSs, so you know how that's like,
Mhm.
people coming in and they're talking trash, and I try to make it funny. I try to like, talk a little smack myself, I don't usually let like, when people come in, I don't usually let it get to me. Um
Mhm.
I think like the only time where I ever feel like uncomfortable or not uncomfortable, like I ever like feel down about something is if I was like not doing well in a game, or like you
Mhm.
know or if like someone's like uh who's doing better than me that's an asshole, I've come like, oh fuck you, dude, like like how like you don't deserve this right now,
Yeah,
this is
right?
but I always try to keep make everyone else around me feel comfortable, whether it be like
Mhm.
trying to make them laugh or trying to make them smile, even just for a second.
Mhm.
Because like I know how it can feel to be uncomfortable in situations like in social events or social gatherings where like there's a lot of time where I'm like I can't be in here right now, or I don't feel like I fit in. So I always try to like make people feel like they can talk to me, because a lot of people like um that I've known throughout the years, like after I've got to meet and got to know them, like they've always told me like you're kind of intimidating. Like that's why I haven't talked to you, like cuz like I have the biggest like resting like bitch face, like I'm like, but I'm chilling. I'm like in my head I'm like I'm vibing out, but if someone who looks at me, they think like, oh, this guy doesn't want to be bothered at all, you know?
Yeah.
So I always try to smile, I always try to like keep my face up, so
Mhm.
because to make people feel like they can approach me.
I know how that
Um,
feels. Being a dude with
yeah,
face tattoos all over, right? Like I
yeah,
got
yeah,
people that are like
yeah.
questionable of
I'm
my
like, dude, just
morality.
talk to me, man.
I
I'm not gonna kill
I
anybody. Like,
I I forget who Ernell is sometimes, and I just call the cops when I see him at the movies.
I can't
true.
fucking stand you. I
Yeah.
can't stand you
Just
so much, dude.
kidding.
Now, DJ, you've been in content creation for a couple of years now, and obviously you found like some comfort in doing so. But most importantly, you've found comfort in doing so as an AAPI man. And like being like someone who is Asian Pacific Islander myself, like when we first started doing this, we had unfortunately the terrible shit that had happened in Atlanta, and like soon after we started doing Good Kraken, and we had a big run where we were talking to other AAPI creators about like the things that are going on in the country and the things that the perception of being an AAPI creator, what that means for us on a greater scale of things. We're always looking for ways in that the industry can do better by us AAPI folk, us marginalized folks. What are some ways and actions that you want to see from this industry, from the industries we're a part of? Like, what moves do you want to see them make to do better at supporting us minorities?
So can you repeat that again? Sorry.
Like, yeah, like do you have anything like being in the content creation space, like Twitch, for example? Or just video game companies, things, so on and so forth. Do you have anything specifically that you want them to do better to support us AAPI folk?
I think there isn't like one thing that I like really want. It's just a lot of things that I think should be done better.
Sure.
Even like not just like AAPI, but like just like minority in general. Like, I don't feel like Twitch does enough to highlight us creators. That's why I've on my Twitch channel I have no sub button. I've revoked my affiliate status because I feel like I don't want people to have to give half of their money that they're trying to support for me to Twitch or Amazon when they're not like supporting us. Really, they're not putting us in the spotlight unless like we're really, really popular. And like there was something about like I think I read somewhere. I think if you guys know like what's his name from what's fuck
from where what do you think?
His name is Toast, right? Something
Toast. Yeah. We know about Toast. Yeah.
So like I remember him talking in an interview saying like the first time he was approached with a Twitch contract, they said he wasn't marketable enough.
Jesus Christ.
Because he was Christ, Asian. Man. And so that's why he was on Facebook for so long. Yeah. That's why he took that change to Facebook gaming. Now he's back on Twitch, so I guess like that relationship has been repaired with money, I presume.
Yeah.
So
that's a fair assumption.
So they had because like I remember that when that happened, like when he signed back on the Twitch, like they must have tossed him the fattest bag. Like for him to come back. I mean, I would never take it back if that happened to me the first time from them.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, like to be fair too, like Twitch has made some adjustments to their staff. I know Raven, who's a part of our team, was the forefront, like the flagship for the Twitch Do Better movement that happened. Back in the day, and in the conversations with that around with Raven being here and they would keep us updated on it, Raven was explaining to us like they had to make moves. They had to make some adjustments with the management and like the teams and stuff that like run Twitch because there were people that did not give a fuck. So who knows? Maybe some adjustments were made and he was like, all right, like if you guys are feeling good about it.
Then. And I've seen them make like some tiny adjustments. Like you've seen like they revamped the tags and stuff, so you can like tag yourself as like Asian American or like a specific like whatever nationality you're from. Right. So you can have that, and I think that's pretty cool to have that there to like put some identifiers onto my stream. But yeah, I think it's just I don't feel like we're represented enough. Really, I feel like it's like because it's already like content creation for us. For AAPI, it's like from like our families, like you already hear like them lecturing us. Like it's not like we already see it as,
shit. They don't want us to do.
Yeah, they don't want us to do this shit. They already see it. They don't think of it as an occupation or a career, an actual valid career choice. So it's already hard enough to do it, to just start, and it's. I think it's even more difficult to grow in a sense, like, because like, people already have like the preconceived notion, like already like I guess the stereotyping or like the perceived notion of how Asians are supposed to act and like how they're supposed to sound or how they're, and I think people do that more with Asian people than any other like race really. or it's on par with like how like some people view African Americans or black people, like just like
especially as
stating
content
like
creators, dude. Yeah.
yeah, especially as content creators, because like I don't think we're represented enough in not represented enough, but represented enough in enough ways.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I in my opinion, I don't see um any Asian content creators with like sort of my personality or like my like energy. Like some of it, it's like you see some like Asian men, or you could look at like they're kind of more submissive or whatever, or like more softer.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like
right.
I don't see enough like representation through our whole like spectrum of like different like Asian Americans.
Yeah.
API.
Yo.
So
and it's
I think that's yeah.
Devin, what is going on over there? You okay?
That's thunder.
Oh, is it thundering outside? Oh, nice.
Bro.
Dude, Thor's out to.
It just
he's
just
out for the
boomed
show,
in your room.
Did you guys hear
bopping.
that?
Yeah, I heard it. It sounded like
I
someone
heard
was
it,
running
yeah.
a dishwasher.
I was just like, what?
Anyways, Devin, do you have a question for our boy? Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So I know we talk about this from time to time when we're all having our chats, but I'd like the people to know, what are some big picture goals that you got for being a content creator for streaming? Like what are your big goals you have in mind right now?
So my big goal is to just blow up and forget everyone that I've.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's the one, dude. That's the one. Yeah. I want that bag, that toast
with
guy.
any other woman but my wife.
That's the goals, bro. That's it, dude.
But so right now, like I said in the beginning, I'm still a university student. I'm approaching my senior year next semester in the fall. So my plan is to, I know I've been like streaming on and off because of school, because it's just getting really hectic. But
Yeah.
I'm thinking after I get my degree, I'm going to dedicate at the most 2 years. I want to dedicate at least at the most 2 years to really just like head to the grindstone, like pushing out content that I want to make and I think that people will want to watch. Because for the longest time I've just been streaming, but before I was streaming, I was also making videos. I was editing. I was learning to edit and like making like I made like a 17-minute PUBG edit that I inspired by like hyper edits that I've seen on YouTube before, and I want to make my content, build like my repertoire, build up my editing skills and my filming skills, and eventually I want to build up a demo reel so I can focus on getting my dream job, which is become an esports caster. Because again, people said I have the voice for it, and I thought about this like before I got to college. I was like, esports or a sports commentator and esports caster, like either or, like it mixes all the things that I like, that I enjoy doing, which is one, it's a performance art, like theater, like so where the theater comes from, you're entertaining, you're up there, you're storytelling. And second is sports. I love sports. I love watching sports. I love the atmosphere that comes around watching sports. And third is video games. I love gaming. I love playing games. I love playing games with friends. I enjoy this avenue of this media that like just it brings me joy every time. Like when I find something new or something that I didn't think I'd like that has become a part of me now. And video games are like the future moving forward. I mean, TV's dying, radio's dying.
Yeah.
Print paper is dying.
God damn.
So, video games and the metaverse is like the next big thing.
Metaverse.
So, metaverse.
Let's do it, dude. Let's do it. Are you gonna be in that metaverse game? Are you gonna be doing
so
shoutcasting and the
like
metaverse?
yeah, and then I also besides streaming on Twitch, I think I'm gonna expand into YouTube a little bit more and like make TikToks. I was making TikToks for a good bit, like half a year ago, and I want to make some some really cool videos because I have these ideas in my head.
Right.
I'll run 2 of them by you. So one of them is, I call it what did I miss? Um, which is uh which is me going through different games and movies that people have considered like their favorites or their classics.
Right.
You know, that I never got to experience as a child, nor have I gotten to experience like growing up. Like, so let's say for example, I've never beat Skyrim. Skyrim is like one of people's like favorite games of all time, right?
Hate that game.
Good
Hate
game.
that game. Trash game.
Yeah. uh, one of their favorite games, and I never understood why it's their favorite. So like, I'm gonna dive in like to the vanilla game, play through it, and then like it'll be like a post commentary situation where like, okay, so this is why like I can understand why people like this game. This is like the like interesting things about it. So
Okay,
this is
okay.
what I missed like throughout the years, or like let's say I've never seen The Shining, so like I'll watch The Shining and I'll give my notes on it, and like and it'll be presented as like, what did you miss? Like if you never watched The Shining, like this is what you'll be missing from this experience, because like, you know, and encapsulating that. So I think that's I think it's a cool concept I want to dive into, because then I would catch up on like everything that I've missed, and like, you know, people could recommend me like, oh, like have you never seen Indiana Jones? You should go, you know, do this, that, and the fourth. Go check this out.
That's good. That's gonna go dumb, dude. That's gonna really, really good.
Yeah, I was like, this idea is like just been in my head for the longest. And then the second thing is, it's inspired by like, what is it? FDR's like fireside chats.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
So like, it'd be like a weekly or bi-weekly thing where it's the vibe fire chats where I'll kind of go through like gaming, like kind of what you guys do, like gaming news and stuff like that, and like, you know, interesting things that are going on in the world, and like, you know, open up discussions for different things. And also during that, I also want to there's DJs in my name for a reason. I really like music, so like every week I'd end off with like, here's a weekly playlist to get you through your week. You know, and I'll explain like these different songs make me feel a certain way. Hopefully it makes you feel this way, and like stuff like that. And
fuck yeah, dude.
And like curate a playlist like every week or every 2 weeks for that.
You've got a good game plan, man. That's a very good game plan.
Yeah.
I mean, just like, I know, like me and Devin here, we talked about some ideas we've had for content that are probably like 2 or 3 years out. Honestly, like we have a lot of stuff that we've been rolling ourselves to, and it's good to have a game plan for like what you're wanting to aim for. And like, honestly, dude, like I know we've like fucked around before or whatever, but like I have every confidence that you're gonna kill it as a caster, dude. Like you're gonna fucking kill that when you get to it, man. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be good, dude. Now I want to touch a little bit on what we were saying a little bit about being like a marginalized creator a couple questions ago. Do you have any advice that you so actually let me backtrack real quick. Devin, as partially an Indigenous American man, we have basically everybody here at GK is some form of marginalized person. Whether it be our ethnicity, whether it be their LGBTQIA2+, like whether it's we're disabled, you know, like we have every single one of us is some way, shape, or form a minority. And we have a lot of our friends and stuff that come in here, and they are part of this family because they want to be allies for us. They want to help us. I want to ask you, like, what is some advice you'd give to the people in your life, or even people that are not in your life, allies, quote unquote? And I do say quote because I have some like reservations about that phrase, generally speaking. But do you have any advice that you'd give to those allies in your life or around you to help support us minority creators in a very real way?
I think it just starts like at the individual level for like allies. I think it just starts with knowing who you're talking to. Like, you know, who, like understanding like, okay, yeah, you know that I'm bisexual, but like, do you understand like why that is? Like, do you understand like what comes with being like that and presenting that way? And like knowing that, okay, I am bi. Like, you wouldn't think like, you know, I tell people I'm bisexual. Like, wait, you're really bi? I'm like, yeah, like, you know, we come like this. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
it happens.
You know, I don't have to be very flamboyant about it, but you know, if I see a guy that's attractive, I'm gonna say that he's attractive.
Yeah.
You know, so it's that thing. It's like on the like individual level, just knowing and understanding and not being too ignorant about, you know, these different terms and not like just staving it off. Because I still know some people who don't understand like the concept of like using pronouns or, you know, knowing the different like identifications that people have. But also don't try to play into those labels too much either, because at the end of the day, we're all still people. It's our labels and what we present. Well, yeah, the way we present ourselves, like the way we present our labels, it's not we're not defining ourselves as this. It's just part of who we are. It's just only a part. So still understanding that we're still people, even though you know that I'm bi or you know that I'm this that. Like I'm still DJ, you know, like it's nothing's really changed. It's just who I am.
Yeah.
So I think like it starts there, and to support us, like I said, don't try to play into the label. Like you don't have to like know the lingo or like you don't have to like say things that like make sense to me to like. I get it. Okay, like you're supporting me.
There's a communication barrier.
Just come and watch. Just come and watch. Sit down. You don't have to go all out with all that.
Right.
Just be you. Let me be me, and it's all good.
Dude,
you know?
it's funny you say that because Devin can attest here. I recently came out as pansexual like early this year, and I explicitly said in my coming out posts about it, kind of like let people around me know like this changes nothing. Because like this isn't some new revelation or anything like that. I just like wasn't until recently found a group of people that love and support me, and I love and support them back, that I felt finally comfortable be able to talk about it and really like experiment with conversations around it. And people like Blizzbear, who we had on the show, have been pivotal in helping me feel more a fucking amazing human being. I love him so much. I'm trying to get banned.
I've met him a while back, man. He's super cool.
He's so fun. Cool. Dude, we had so much fun with him on the show. He was a disaster.
I love Blizz, dude.
Like, he's
Blizz is like, God. I wish I could talk to him more, but like he's awesome, man.
Long time ago, him and I we were playing a Knockout City together every now and then.
Yeah, he's
Dude, I remember finding him when he was only like averaging 30.
Yeah,
like barely 30.
That's when we had him on.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Time ago, dude. Like it's like
over a year ago. Now?
He's on billboards now. He's going crazy.
He was on fucking Rooster Teeth the other day, dude. Like it's
dude, on Achievement Hunter, bro.
Achievement Hunter, like
shit.
Oh my god, dude. Like he's killing it.
I'm proud of him.
So fucking proud of him. But he's
putting us all on. By the way, like he's literally putting us all on.
Period.
Like just him alone.
We don't even deserve to be talking about
the mountaintop.
Anyway, he was super important in my feeling comfortable with finally talking to people about it and expressing that side of me. And Devin and everyone here at GK has been nothing but supportive. But going in and telling people like, you don't have to treat me different just because you know that about me now. Like it's not, there is no difference. I'm still me. Like me saying that I'm pansexual doesn't mean I suddenly want to put your pee-pee in my mouth. That's not the way it works. Like it's, if I did, you would know. Like I promise you would know. Except for Devin, I do want his pee-pee in my mouth, but
pee-pee doo-doo head. Anyways, it baffled my mind. Like since we're on the subject of it, was like when you finally did tell people, even with us being a podcast that is focused on marginalized peoples, we still got unfollows when that happened. Which was weird.
Just nuts to me to think about, dude.
Like it's did you not support this message?
I don't understand like the I don't understand the thought process behind it. Like like you're super cool and then like, oh, he's pansexual. Click.
I'm out, dog.
Like how does that happen? Like what do you mean? Like it's not like some groundbreaking news.
You supported me being.
It's not like you punted a baby 40 yards. Like it's like
right. Like dude.
The funniest thing is like when Ernell told me, I was just like, checks out.
Yeah, literally all of them were like, yeah, sounds about right. And I was like, cool, great. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we understand that.
It was like, okay, Ernell, sure.
This is so fucking funny, dude. Well, dude, I think that's good advice to don't treat us. We're not like zoo animals. It's not like we like you find out something about
You're
us
my
like
zoo
suddenly.
animal, though.
I am, baby.
Yeah.
Can I
To
say
this
this, DJ?
cage. Let me
I
out.
didn't know that you were bisexual till just like 5 minutes ago.
I felt like I said it, but maybe you weren't there for that.
I was
Yeah.
there for it. I remembered for it.
Yeah.
Might have
But
been
I
the
mean,
night that
like,
Devin was off.
more
Yeah,
like
either that or you were high as balls.
He do that sometimes. He
Oh
do
my
do
God,
that
probably.
sometimes. You're right.
probably
You're not wrong.
it's probably yeah.
Shark
You know,
in chat says pansexual does not equal punting babies.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
It doesn't.
Fun fact. Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, guys.
Yeah.
One
Put that
could
on my
argue, I
tombstone.
guess, but it's anyways, DJ, we got one last question for you, and this is a question that we ask everybody who's a guest on our show. Devin, go ahead and hit him with it, my guy.
Yeah, so like what is one thing that you feel is vastly overlooked when it comes to your specific marginalized group, like within the creative space? Like, what is one thing that you feel like people just don't pay attention to that should be addressed?
Like in terms of like
Being an AAPI creator, being
Yeah.
a marginalized creator. You know?
I think this is a hard question for me because like it's not hard, but it's like it makes me think because I never really thought about like what is something that gets overlooked because I feel like we just get overlooked in general.
It's all just
Yeah,
overlooked.
It's all of it, but like I think in a sense of like how we can be entertaining.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
like you see like Ludwig and like all these other creators who are predominantly white or like just white creators like making like these interesting shows and things that put like streamers on the map and like transform what we think is just live streaming. I don't think there has been like a head of like a AAPI like who's representative that's like making stuff like that. Even though I think we have the capacity to, I think any of us can like make something as entertaining as that. You know what I mean? So I think as AAPI creators, we need to step up and like hope and like on our end step up and make something that's really cool that we can call our own. And on the other end, I want these streaming platforms to help bolster us up into like this realm of like we can make shit like this, like we have the capacity to like create some cool shit, because I personally don't see it on the front page of Twitch. I don't see it being
we don't
put
we
on
really don't
like articles. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
just think like either we're good at games or we're funny. You know what I mean? Like it's like
yeah
there isn't. It feels like kind of boxed in, like an invisible box that we're kind of just like standing still in, like because they told us, hey, there's a box around you, we're not supposed to move. But I feel like we should just take a step out of it and like make something cool, make something interesting. Because we've been kind of like like most of us like in like Asian American families, we're always structured so much, like we're supposed to follow like this straight and narrow path, when I think we can really branch out and make something really cool that can represent us and put and like educate and like put other people onto like how we present ourselves and how we express ourselves.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it, my dude. Like me and Devin talked about it for the year that we've been doing GK is like the most important part of why we started this was so we can have these conversations around marginalized creators, around minorities in our industry, around minorities in entertainment, like generally speaking. And then we doubled up on the conversation of us wanting to take GK to a level that is, we want to be another G4. We want to be another Rooster Teeth. We want to be another one of those groups that give a source of fun, loving entertainment to the video game and entertainment industry, but we want to do it without letting go of our roots, and that was welcoming in people from all walks of life, welcoming in minorities, and like really focusing on talking about the conversation around us as minorities and as creators, and how those two things are not separate. Like they're not like, oh, he's a creator and he's Asian. It's like he's just a creator. And he just so happens to be Asian. And like because like we have to have that conversation at all in the first place, it's like we love doing what we do. When we have a guest on, we get a chance to like offer a safe space to actually talk about like who you are and what you do and why you do what you do, and you can feel good about being here and feel welcome for being just who you are as a human being. And like in our end goals of creating GK and making it as big as we want to make things here, like having the forefront of that and having guys like you and having people like Nikki Nanami and people like Blizz be on the show and give them that space makes us feel real hopeful that like one day there could be a show that's ran by minorities for minorities, and there is a place in this industry for guys like you and for guys like us and for people in the games industry that don't typically get that spotlight. Because we saw what happened this past Black History Month, and that was bullshit how Twitch handled that. And like there's so much space in this entertainment industry for marginalized creators to succeed and thrive and live a good fucking life and give entertainment to the people that want it. And they're gonna fucking learn, bro. They're gonna learn today, DJ. Let's fucking go, baby.
Yes, sir.
DJ, thank you for hanging out with us, dog. We appreciate you. It's amazing talking to you. It's amazing anytime we get to hang out with you for a little bit. Guys, let's go ahead and get into our schedule real fast. Next Tuesday, we have another Good Kraken podcast. We are doing best video game antagonist. Since this past Tuesday, we did protagonist. Come in, hang out with that. That's 7 p.m. Pacific time and 10 p.m. Eastern time, live right here at twitch.tv/GoodKraken Show. Then on Wednesday, we have another Ocean Shrine Storytime where I'm playing a brand new indie game that just came out a couple days ago called Road 96. Wait, actually, are we doing that? No,
I
never
thought
mind.
This was Garrick's week.
This is Garrick's week. So it's actually the week after I'm playing Road 96. This next week is actually Vermilion Voyages, where he's going to be playing Pokemon Legends Arceus. That's what he's doing. That's actually
which you will see Bulbasaur.
Oh, yes, you will see Bulbasaur. Yes, Bulbasaur. Surreal knows what we're talking about. Shark, dude, come and hang out with us. That's Wednesday the 27th. I'll be playing Road 96. I haven't gotten a chance to finish it or touch it at all. I've been waiting so I can play it on stream, but it looks hype. I'm stoked on it. But come in and hang out with us for Pokemon next Wednesday. It's gonna be fun with Garrick. He loves Pokemon so much. And then next Thursday we have our Patreon exclusive recording of the Shipwreck Show. You guys can come in, hang out with us. We have a new Shipwreck coming out this Sunday, tomorrow. And it is wearing the feely heelys, I'll tell you. You guys are you're gonna want to watch that episode. Next Friday we have Splash Day, which is our multiplayer gameplay stream. We're playing Sea of Thieves finally for the new content update that they're rolling out next week. We're really excited for it because we played Sea of Thieves on stream a long while back. The game was broken as fuck with the Pirates of the Caribbean update, so we're excited to see if they've patch things up a little. You know what I'm saying?
I believe there's a fourth seat open still. I
believe so. If someone's looking to play some Sea of Thieves, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like DJ, you play some Sea of Thieves.
You want to play some Sea of Thieves with the boys?
Maybe.
We'll be in touch. We have something else.
Play CZs.
We do have something else we want to talk about. It's a little bit more important after the show, but you just keep in touch. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Next Saturday, then we have another Good Kraken podcast. We're talking video game movies ranked. We're going to be ranking all the video game movies that have come out that we're excited to really kind of talk a little bit about. We're going to be making a list. We're going to be ranking those bad boys, and we'll be talking about them with you guys. That's live at 12 p.m. next Saturday, Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be good. Again, DJ, thank you for coming in and hanging out with us. We appreciate you. We love you, dog. You've been a part of this family for a while now, but it was good to finally have you on and like make some content with you, G. We appreciate you, dude. Guys, come in. Drop more questions for DJ in the comments below. Drop in our Discord. You know, you want to get to know our boy. We love our boy. You know what I'm saying? Let's fucking do it, dog.
Yeah, come hang out, chill chat,
and then follow him on Twitch too. Make sure you follow him and follow him on Twitch. You want to give our boys some support. In the meantime, y'all, this has been the Good Kraken Podcast, your choice for all the nerdy video game and pop media news, reviews, and discussions that you wanted to hear live every Tuesday at 7 p.m. and Saturday at 12 p.m. right here at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show. If you enjoyed the show, you can head on over to patreon.com/Good Kraken Show, where you can submit questions and topics to the show. You can get exclusive post-show content, and you have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services across the digital sea. Devin.
Yarg.
Thank you. You can also support us by going to our YouTube channel by clicking the beautiful bell and big red button, or by subscribing to our podcast channel by searching Good Kraken with an exclamation mark and leaving a review there. We are not doing a post show because we have our guest on. He has a life to live. But until next time, my friends, be good to each other.
Bye.
Bang, 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 bang.